Okay, so I think Monal and Bhavesh and Nishito second time check. But I think mainly what we are doing options are if I'm so Monal, how are you doing option? What do you what you were doing with the option?
So I was buying naked calls, એટલે just buy a call, and then when it goes up or price goes close to my strike price, I would just sell it for a on a I usually do for weekly to monthly calls, right? I never understood put, so I stayed away. અને પછી હમણાં I મેં મિત્તલ જોડે વાત કરી એની પહેલા I was doing એટલે મને કોઈએ છે ને કવર્ડ કોલ શીખવાડ્યું કે you could do buy right એમ કે તારી જોડે 100 સ્ટોક હોય તો you could sell them covered calls and collect the premium.
Right.
પણ એમાં પણ I did some bad calls કે એમાં you end up like stock price down જતી રહે then the premium doesn't matter, what you paid is doesn't cover him.
Right. So covered call. So okay. So Bhavesh and I think Monal. I think the right now the option, the way it works is like most people how they do the option is okay. They will buy strike price. For example, let's say the stock is trading at $40, right? And let's say you want to buy 1,000 share. If you have to buy 1,000 share, you need a $40,000, right? So
Yep.
it is a huge capital investment. So what people will do, but people know that some people know that okay, Apple earning is going to come good. If they want to buy like let's say 1,000 shares of Apple, which is right now trading at $160, you need a $160,000. So that is a huge capital requirement. So what they do is they buy the 10 contract of option. Basically, when they buy the 10 contract of option, what they do is they pay the premium. What they pay the premium is, it's let's say the stock is trading at $140, and you think within 3 months Apple will be 180 or 160, 65, then you buy the contract rather than buying the stocks, and you can get the not exactly same kind of return, dollar to dollar, but good amount of return without investing $160,000. So most option and put options are work on this basis, right? And we have to do the flip now, in the sense the one you said covered call. So there is a call option, and with the call option there are going to be covered call. There is a put option, and then there's going to be secure cash put option. Okay, so what does this mean is, let's say that your house is worth $300,000. Okay, and you want to sell your house, and you want to 300,000 was good price for you, and you want to sell it, and one of your friend comes to you and he said, okay, what I'm going to do is, you know what, don't sell the house, I will buy it for 300,000. The only problem is that I would have the money, I have to do money arrangement, and that would take about 3 months. So what you tell him that, okay, I don't have any problem to sell you for 300,000, but there are risks associated with this now. The first risk is that what if after 3 months you said you don't want to buy? The second risk is during those 3 months, whoever wants to purchase or whoever wants to pay higher price than 300,000, I have to avoid them, or I have to just let it go then, because I have made a contract with you. And then after 3 months, you said, oh, I don't want to buy. So your friend says, okay, let's do this thing. I will pay you $10,000 premium. Now, this $10,000 is yours, regardless if I buy or sell, if I buy or if I don't buy. If I buy, then my home price, purchase price would be 310,000. 10,000 I already paid you, and then I will buy for $300,000. So you thought that okay, for 3 months you are getting $10,000, and there is a surety that after 3 months, the midnight of the expiration of the contract, if he's not able to buy it for 300,000, you keep the $10,000. Anyway, you're going to keep the $10,000, and then you will look for other customer who wants to purchase your house. So what we have to do in the auction, usually what people do in the auction is people pay the premium. When you pay the premium, it's a kind of casino business where house is always has a high probability, like 70% probability. So the people who receiving the premium have the more chance of getting succeed, and then people who are paying the premium. Because when you pay the premium, your premium started to deteriorate from single day, because there is a time factor that associated with your premium. So every day it passes, and every day it goes near to your expiration. There is a good amount of value of your premium get deteriorated, and then so we want to, what we want to do is we want to get premium. Now the like I said in the example, right, that your friend is giving you $10,000. Just think about that. If you do 4 that kind of contract within a given year, you would have a $40,000. You still have your house. Maybe your house is worth more 300,000 than more worth than 300,000, or less worth. Then you don't sell it and you keep doing the same thing again and again, and you generate the income from it. And that's what you do. So Monal, when you said the covered call is what I do. Covered call you cannot do on a stock. You can, like, not on individual companies. If you want to do on individual companies, then you have to be long-term buyer. Because what's going to happen if you write covered call? So Bhavesh, Nishit and Bhavesh, let me tell you what is a covered call actually. So basically, let's say I have 100 share of Apple in my account. And right now the Apple price is $160. So I have a $16,000 which is sitting in the account in the form of 100 shares. Now what happened every day or every second by second, that $16,000 value fluctuate based on the market price. So it doesn't matter to me, because if I'm going to hold it for long term, I don't care, right? It's going to go down to 140. If it's 150, it go down to 170, it go up to 170. I'm not going to sell my share. The problem what happened, that you can generate the income while having your stock in your account. So the covered call has the most important advantage with the covered call is, the first thing is that if you want to go for individual security, you have to go for long-term holding. If you don't want to do long-term holding, then don't go for the security, you have to go for index, because index fluctuate little bit less volatile compared to individual security. So in covered call, what happened that I have 100 share and Bhavesh, so $160, right? I have paid $160. Okay. Now, if I go into the contract with somebody and I said, you know what, by end of January 1, I'm sorry, December 31st of 2022, if my Apple price is $180 or above, I will sell you the stock for $180. So what happened in here, that you are making contract with the person. So you are making contract with the person that I will sell you for $180. So that guy say, okay, what you know from guarantee that I will purchase, I will pay you the premium. I will pay you $1,500 premium. Now, at the expiration, three things going to happen. The first thing is that the stock is less than $180. If it's 180, if it's less than $180, the guy will walk out. He said, okay, you know what? Keep my premium $1,500. It doesn't make sense for me to buy now when stock is trading at $165 in the market. It doesn't make sense for me to buy right now $180 per share. And whatever premium I gave you, that's a gift from me. You keep it. And he walks away. So now what you can do is your contract is finished with him. So write another contract with somebody else. At that time you said, okay, 6 months from now or 1 month from now, if Apple is trading at $190, I will sell my stock. In place of that, that other person will give you the premium. So when you want to keep it for long term, so what happened that, let's say when you did the contract with the person and the expiration in the December 31st midnight, the closing price was $180 for Apple. Most cases, what's going to happen that guy will walk away, because it doesn't make sense for him, because he already paid you $1,500, so he lost $15 there. In order to him to get break even, the stock should be traded at 195. So at 180, he can buy, but most likely he will walk away. The only interest for him to purchase if it's trading above 195, because he paid you $15 premium. And now we made a contract for 180. So in order to him to be break even, the stock should be traded somewhere at 195 or above 195. If it's above 195, then he will make money. So let's say, for example, what happened that at the end of the midnight of the December, suddenly Apple has come with the new product 1 month ago, and Apple share went to jump from 160 to, when it was trading 160, jump to $240. Now, at that time, you have a problem, because what's going to happen, you have to sell him for 180, because you made a contract with him, he paid you the premium. So it forces you to sell it at $180. You will still make money because you purchased it at $160. But still, you cannot get the full advantage of $240 movement, because you get the premium. You have the premium, so you are obligated to sell it to him. Now, before the midnight of December, let's say it's a $240, and so you know that, okay, my shares are going to take away. The guy whom I have, Montu. What was that, Montu?
So 2 questions.
Okay,
I mean,
so anyone wants to ask anytime, just ask it, okay?
Okay, yeah, but I didn't want to interject
No,
your.
yeah.
So I understand that, okay, between your strike price and your break-even price, there is very less chances of your shares getting taken away from you.
Right.
But technically, it's still a possibility that they would be taken away, right? If somebody chooses to exercise it.
Yeah, if it's trading around 180 or above 180, he have a full right, who had made the contract with you, which you don't know. He has a
Yep.
full right to take away your share at 180. Okay. Now, in our case, what we can do, if I'm a long-term holder, I don't want to sell him at 180. Okay. So what I will do in that case, I can roll my contract. Before the contract get expired, I can roll my contract. And I say, you know what? I'm going to close your contract. How much premium did you pay me? $1,500. All right. Okay. I'm going to pay you now $2,800. Okay. Because the premium value will go up, because when you made contract, it was $160. Now the premium, now the stock is trading at $180. So if you want to save your stock, and if you don't want to sell, you have to pay the premium to close the contract. So you paid $2,800, you had a loss of $1,300, because $1,500 you got the premium and you paid $2,800. Okay, but at that point, you can make new contract with somebody else, and he will pay you $1,500 again. So what happened, that stock cannot go keep up and up and up. So out of, if you in your portfolio, if you have 10 or 50, 20 companies, there are 5 companies where you have to pay the premium. There are other 15 companies you keep receiving the premium, because most likely what's going to happen, that at the expiration, it will expire at worthless. Now, this is a covered call. So what I do is, my stocks are sitting in my account. I write covered calls. My cover, generally, when you write covered call, I will show you how to do all that thing. When you write a covered call, basically you should have that amount of shares in your account. So what I will do is that, the reason why I'm telling you that in whole option thing, we're not going to focus on individual security. I'm just showing you my example. I'm just focusing on single individual security. But you guys, if you want to generate income, you have to go for index. And because with the index, there are so many advantages. And then I will just show you. If we go through one example, it will make sense for you. So I will show you. But the reason why you want to do covered call is, let me show you this.
One more question. For options, as far as I know, the after hours and pre-market hours don't matter, right? It's only the market time.
Yeah. You have to close the contract right before 4 o'clock. Okay, if you want to save your share, right?
Yes.
After hour and pre-market, you cannot do anything. So you have to.
So all those price jumps after hours, because of the earning reports or anything, that also doesn't matter, because if you are below your strike price at 4 p.m. and let's say jump after hours, then they cannot take your shares away.
They cannot, yeah, because it's a closing price is what it matters. What is your closing price?
Okay. Even if it's 1 cent less, they cannot take it away, basically.
Right. Yeah, they cannot. Like, so if you have, say, like, let's say $180, right? And the stock closed at $179.99, they cannot take away.
But Manan, Bhavesh here.
Yeah.
So, but the following morning, because the stock has jumped, like in the after hours, following morning, that stock is not going to go down below that strike price. So, that time you have to, in the morning, you don't have time to then sell it, right?
Right.
Close
so
it.
This is what we are talking about, Bhavesh, that expiration date.
Okay.
So for example, so the one thing you guys want to make clear, that Monal and Bhavesh and everybody else, if you write for the 1 month contract, okay, let's say you wrote it today for Apple, and you say that right now Apple is trading at $160. Within 1 month, if it goes to 180, I will sell it to you. Now the 1 month expiration come, let's say today is July 30, so August 30. So August 30, 4 p.m., if it's a working day, yeah, it's a Tuesday. So it's a working day. So before August 4 p.m., August 30, 4 p.m., if your Apple is below 180, they cannot take your share and you keep the premium because that contract is expired. That contract expired on August 34 p.m. So in the after hour, even though Apple jumped to $240, you are not bound to sell because your contract is already expired. Did that make sense?
Yep. I think the strike date and strike price is the important.
Did you get that, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So basically, what I was going to say, why I want to say covered call, it's you have to do covered call. It's, let me show you this. Let's say I'm holding this Microsoft for long term. It's a very good company. I want to keep it for long term, right? And so the Microsoft was good, very good company, but see what happened here. Okay, in 2000, it was at one point, it was $40. Okay. Now you are a long-term holder. You don't care what Microsoft is doing because you want to keep the share in your account. Okay, the problem is now here what happened that over here you paid so much high price for Microsoft than its growth. So the next time the $40 touch, not even after 13 years. So if you have bought it here at $40, you are still underwater. The only thing you got is a dividend because you are holding the share. Now, in this kind of situation, covered call make a lot of income for you because it keeps generating. If you put covered call for $45 that you want to sell it for $45 or whatever, I will show you what premium you have to put, what other stuff you have to put. Let's say you keep putting $45 or $50 throughout the 13 years. You will collect all the premium because those contract will expire worthless. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So, Bhavesh, did you get this clear?
Yes.
So can I ask a question,
Sure.
Manan?
Yeah.
So if we think of this, say we buy a stock, you just explained. So say right now, say 6 months ago or a year ago when the market was very high, if I had bought some stocks and then the price kind of keeps on going down and I keep on buying a covered call for a long term, which is a higher price, the chances of me having to sell the stock is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. And there are other chances. So we will go into that situation. Right. So let's.
No, 1 second. But so say if I buy a stock at a very low price,
right?
Then it doesn't the opposite happen. So say I bought something at 40 and it keeps on rising. I just got it at a very good time. Then the chances of it when my strike date is or whatever it is called, the chances of the person wanting to buy is higher, right?
Right. So see, listen. So what's going to happen that for us, in order to generate good income and to hold our shares, what we like is share what Microsoft did here. Okay, not that big movement for 13 years. Because see, all these contract you have written here is going to be expired worthless. And probably you have bought Microsoft at $40, right? Now, throughout these 13 years, you probably have collected premium of $15 or $20 per share. So that reduces your cost price from 40 to 20, and plus this dividend. Now, without that, what could have happened? Without the covered call, what would have happened? That is $40, and you keep deduct the dividend, and that is your purchase price. So now this is why we want to do covered call. Now, I do covered call for the securities, but if you want to make an income, okay, you don't want to do for the securities. Now, I do it, and plus I do covered call for long term, like 1 year. So my but ideal period is 1 month. My portfolio is little bit large, so I cannot monitor, and I don't want to monitor every month and look around. And so what I do is I write the cover call for the 1 month, 1 year, get a premium. And then what I do that from that premium, I buy other shares, company shares, and write another other cover call and get more premium. But for you, what I'm going to show you is for index. So Monal, remember you said that you have a problem that your stock went down. The same thing will happen with index, but index has a very less chances. The only problem is right now the market is very volatile. So index also moving too much. But I will show you like how you can do that, right? So let's say, you all three are familiar with the SPY, right? Standard & Poor 500 index.
Yep.
Okay, so what I do usually, if let's say here to write a contract. Now, if you need a pen and paper, you just write down. If you want to grab it. Okay, here we are going to buy 100 share of SPY at $412, right? So how much we are investing? 410, 12, $41,200. Okay. This $41,200. Now, what I would have done, what people have done, that people who invest in index, they keep it. They keep it for long term, right? And so it doesn't matter that index goes to 450, 420, 430 for them, because they need it at retirement 25, 30 years from now, where index definitely it's not going to trade at 411. Index is definitely going to go higher, much more higher than 411, probably around 800, 900,000 euros, right? So in this case, what I do is like, I want to generate income. So I have invested $41,200. Okay. So what I will do is I can go to option. The problem here on Yahoo Finance is they will not show you the delta. Okay, let me tell you there is one value you have to look, and that value is called delta. That is a Greek, and that is available in all brokerage account you are trading with. So when stock, so let me show you this. See this blue shade the blue shade here. This is called option in money. Basically, it is anything below $412. It's called option in money. Anything about $412, it's called option out of money. And option, and what we're going to do is we already bought it here, $412. So we're going to write some contract for the future. Let me tell you what is delta. So they don't show you here the delta, but the delta is called the probability of success. Okay. So if the delta is 90, okay, delta is 90 or 100, there are 100% chance that your stock will be taken away. So let's say you are not a long-term holder and you want to sell it for the short-term gain. Then you select delta 100. If you select delta 100, delta 100 would be, it would be deep in money. But so when you see here, it's going to be delta 100 something. When you see here, it's delta 50. Because delta 50 means 50% chance that your stock could be taken away and 50% chance your stock could not be taken away. As you go above, the probability reduce and the premium reduce, because now, so let me, I think it makes you more clear here. So this is a bar chart. Okay, this is a free website. I like this one because it shows you the delta. So let's say you bought it for $411. Okay. Now, usually we do monthly expiration. So we go for month. So the month would be August, let's say here, August 31st. Okay. Now, here is the delta value. See the when delta is 0.98, it's very deep in money. And when you see the delta here, right at the cross border of these two, it's a 50. Okay, what we want is, if you don't want to sell your share, get delta as low as possible. You can go up to, so 0.11 delta means 11% chance that your contract will execute it, 89% chance that it won't execute it. So if you don't want to sell your share and you want income, but again, because of the delta's probability, 11% is only, so you only get a premium $1.15. If you go above, you see the premium is getting higher. It's getting $4.15 if you select delta 30. Delta 30 again, let me refresh you. Delta 30 means there are 30% chance, that on August 31st, the SPY would be traded around 424. Okay, there is 30% chance. So you are buying at 411, and you are saying, okay, I want to go for the delta. I just need a premium. I don't want to sell my share. Okay, here what happened, that it 0.30, which is 30% delta, the 70% failure chance, 30% success chance for us. The 70% is going to expire worthless. That's what we want, expire worthless, because we don't want to sell. But in case there are 30% chance it can be sold if it's trading 424 or above. Okay, so here we have 100 share. So this value is multiplied by 100. This is the premium you are receiving per share. So on 41,200, you receive premium $415. Okay, and you are making contract that on August 31st, if SPY value traded above 424, then you will sell it at 424, which is fine because then you are making what? Another $13 here. Because you have 100 share, so you make out of premium, you get a premium. How much premium you got here? $415 premium you got, and let's say the SPY was trading above 424 in August 31st, 1 month from now. Then it would be your share would be sold at 424. So you will receive another, let's say 424, $1,300. So you receive like $1,715. If it was trading below 424, here, let's say it was trading at $423 on the day, on the 4 p.m. of August 31st, you keep this $415 premium and write a new contract. So you keep the share, you keep the $415 premium, and now what you do is at that time, this share line will be here somewhere. Based on that, the delta value will be little bit down here, somewhere 30. You write another call for delta 30 for the another strike price at 440 or something. If you keep doing this, just think about this one for here. So many people, what they do is, there are two ways you can do. Some people, what they do is, which I didn't have the data, but what they do is they always go for delta 50, no matter what happens. So if they have bought it at 411, they will write right away that I'm going to sell it at 411 on August 31st. So making $0 here, but they are getting $1,000 premium. So they don't care. They said, okay, I don't care. I'm getting my $1,000 per month. I'm spending $41,000. If it's above $411, I'm not going to make any money. My profit and loss is 0. If it's below 411, what's going to happen? That I will keep the $1,000 and I have to write a new contract. And they keep doing this until their shares sold or until their shares bought. It's buying is happen when it's a secure cash put, which is a different thing. But this is what it is. So anytime, let's say you bought it here. So you have invested how much? $41,000. And you get a $1,000 16 premium for 1 month, right? And you cannot lose any money. I mean, you are receiving 2.5% per month. If you keep doing this 2.5%, and I know that every month you cannot get it 2.5%. I will show you why you cannot get it. But let's say you are getting 2.5% every month, your annual return is 30%. That you don't even get it with a real estate. You are spending, so you are what is $1,016 multiplied by 12. You are receiving, in the good case scenario, base case scenario, you are receiving $12,192. And you have invested $41,100. The return is like 30%. Right? Now, why you don't get 2.5% every time? Because let's say you bought it today for 411. So the guy pay you premium $1,016 based on this. Okay, so the premium will be credited in your account immediately. So that $1,000, you can use it, whatever you want to do with that. Now, chances are there that on August 31st, the index would be at 411. In that case, you don't care because even though they take away your share, you have a $1,000 premium. And you have they will credit $41,100 in your account as a sell transaction. And from that $41,100, you again go into market, buy again 100 share. And again write the contract and get the premium. If it's above 412, 413, 414, 415, 416, 418, you give up all the gain here because you got the premium here, $1,000. So in that case also, it doesn't matter to you because you are not losing anything. You got $1,000 per month. And it's a part of the game that if it's closed at 416, then the person who had pay you $1,000, he's now making some money here because now he had to get $500 here for 100 share. So he's making money, which is fine. We got our $1,000 and we are fine. The problem, only thing what happened, let's say the stock index went into south and closed at 400. Okay. Now here is what problem happened there. You bought it for 411. It's closed at 400. You're going to keep the premium. That's not the problem. Now the next contract you want to write, you don't want to write contract. You have to write the contract for the 411. If you write a contract for 405, you will lose here $6. That you don't want to do that. So at 400, when you're trying to write $411 premium, your premium is going to be less than 2.5%. As you go far south, your premium getting less and less. There you can do one thing. So some people, what they do, even at 400, so in this case scenario, the first two case scenario you understand. If 411 or above 411 is fine. Okay, you got $1,000. There are two things you can do when it trading at 400. Okay, the first case, one case scenario where you write a new contract for 411 that you want to sell it at 411. Whatever premium they give you, take that premium for 1 month. If it's stayed below 411, you're going to keep the premium. If it's 411 or above, your stock will get sold. So now you have a premium $1,000 from first month, and then something about $600 or $700 because you don't get $1,000 again because you are far from your strike price, 411. So you will get another $600, $700, which is not a bad thing. You get a $1,600 for 2 months. You made no profit, no loss here. You get $41,100 back in your account, and you went and at that time you again buy the 100 share, and yeah, the remission, no problem. Okay, so you will buy again at 411, right? So Bhavesh and Monal, did you get this concept clear?
Yes, but
Bhavesh, what about you?
Yeah, I got it. But I'll have some questions, but like I say, I'll ask later.
Okay. Now one more thing, what other people do. Okay, there are people, they don't care about these value. So when they are here, let's say you did a contract at 411 and the stock went and dropped down to 400. You're going to keep the $1,000 16. They write a new contract at 400. Then they will lose $1,100 here, but then doesn't matter for them. They always write the contract at the market price. So the premium is going to be a lot higher. They will receive the premiums like same $10 or something. But what happened that they give away, they have to take a loss in their market value, because if you write a contract for 400, you're going to lose 1100 here if it gets sold out at 400, and you keep the premium. And there are other people, so what they do is they keep writing up to the strike price of 411, no matter what happens. So if market, let's say, go more south, 393, they will still write for 1 month $411. The premium would be much less because you are now far from the 411. But you can, market is going to come back anytime. Like, I mean, come back in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Once it's come back at 411, which is your price, you sell it and then again buy it and then again write the cover. So there are 2 ways you can do that. Most people select delta. I prefer delta 30 because what I have found is if you go below delta 30, the premium drop drastically, and the risk and the doesn't make sense to go. I mean, whatever the premium you're giving away, it doesn't make that. I mean, it's not optimized. So at delta 30, if you do for 1 month, you get a base premium. You are not overdoing, and especially when you are writing for the first time, you don't even have to look for delta 30 if you don't want to. You can sell it at market price. So let's say you bought it today, 100 share for $41,100. I would not write for the delta 30 value 424. Yeah, I mean, you can write it, but what I can do is I can just write down 411. I want to sell within a 1 month if it's 411, and I get $1,000 premium. If I go for delta 30 value, which is this one, 424, and my strike price should be 424, then my premium will be only $415 instead of $1,016. But I will make some money here because if I'm going to sell it at 424, I'm going to make another $1,300 here. So it's completely up to you if you want more premium income or you want more gain. If you want, you can go to the 0.20 delta, 20% with delta, and the premium would be low. It's going to be another 50% drop, almost 50% drop, 415. Instead of that, you will receive $248. But if you're within 1 month, if the stock move to 430 or above, you will make another $19, which is $1,900, and plus that. So it's completely up to the person who wants to do income purpose. If you want to do income purpose, I have seen people, what they do is they buy the 10 contract of market price. So what is the 10 contract? What they do is 411 times 1,000 shares. They buy 1,000 shares, which is around $411,000. Okay, for that $411,000, they receive upfront premium $10,016, $10,160. What they do out of this $10,160, they use half. So half of this they use $5,080, like they literally retire. They have a $500,000 and they literally retire. They just keep doing this. They keep their $5,080, they pull out. Another $5,080, they add it back into the what they have, like what was that, 411 into 1,000, 411,000, and then they will add it back 416,000. but they always write at the market price. So their they don't look on the loss and they look on the income. And income is always going to be around $10,000 or $11,000. The problem is they don't account for the loss, because if it's trading here at 403, they will say they bought it at 411. They will write a new contract at on expiration on 403, and because the delta is 50, so always at the market price delta is always 50, because there are half chances, 50% chances that it will expire worthless, 50% chances it will expire, it will execute your share. So they will write down here on 50. When they write down here on delta 50, they will get a good premium, again 10,000. But there are chances that if taken away, then they lose $8 here, so $8,000, because there are 1,000 shares. So they lose $8,000. So what they do is they keep adding half amount, half they pull out, use as a retirement income, half they add it back because they know that few months they're going to have a loss. So, and they retire. I mean, they just keep doing this thing. So they just like there is a guy, Jack, I forgot his name, but he has shown this. This is called they do the wheels. So Bhavesh and Mona, do you have any question right now, like for this part?
I have a question.
Okay.
Let's say I have a, let's just take this example, SPY. I wrote a call for, let's say 411, right? For August 30th. And then I know let's say on August 29th, I know the price is around 400, it drops significantly.
Right.
So even subtracting my premium that I received upfront, I'm still in the red. So like I'm underwater.
Right.
And can I still, with this contract open, can I still write another contract with the same 100 shares, or do I have to close this?
You have to close the contract. So,
okay, so
that contract should be expired worthless, or you have to close the contract, because you cannot write on the same contract on 100 shares. You cannot write multiple contracts. So because contract, it means that you have told the other person, third party, that I'm going to deliver you 100 shares. And if you do multi-contract, then if all three contracts get executed, then how are you going to deliver 100 shares to each?
So you need to buy another 200 from the market at that point.
Yeah, but then again, that is called that is a completely different strategy, where what happened that first of all they won't allow you to write covered call for 300 share.
Yeah. Okay.
In your account, if it's 100 share, and if you want to write the 300 covered call for 300 share, they won't allow you.
And another thing,
they will allow
another
you
thing.
100.
Let's say my contract expires on Friday, right? And it got exercised. So they will take away those shares. Or if it expires worthless, then I keep the shares. But do I have to wait for the settlement period of another, 2 to 3 days before I write another contract on those, or they will be free on Monday?
No, it's going to be immediately on Monday, mostly, because and if it's a margin account, then it doesn't matter.
Okay.
If it's a retirement account, it might be.
No, they denied. I think they don't allow to do options on retirement account. At least they didn't allow me.
You can do options on retirement account. It's on an individual brokerage account, like I'm doing on IRA. But
no, Yeah, Vanguard has told me no, not on my Roth IRA. They're like, you can't do options on Roth IRA. They said you can only do on the brokerage.
Like Bank of America Merrill Lynch is allowing not on Roth IRA, but I have a regular IRA account. In the IRA account, it makes a lot easier because you don't have to pay the capital gain. So now I told you, Bhavesh, what about you? You have any question?
No. So like so far I'm good.
Are you clear about this?
Yes.
Okay. So now I will show you another thing. Okay. So what we have done is what was the procedure? If you can tell me, if either of you can tell me what is the procedure to write a covered call for this 411.
So you buy the shares, right? And then you choose the delta that you feel comfortable, or
Right.
it depends on if you want to keep the shares or you just want to generate the income. And then you write the call for 1 month expiry or for monthly expiry. That's, I guess, preferred, right? And then you just wait and see what happens at the end of the month. But in between, if you see like too much movement, then you can either choose to take some loss and write another contract, or you could just sit and do nothing, let your contract expires worthless, and then when it expires, you write another call.
Right. So Bhavesh, is it clear?
Okay, so let me give you an example. So Apple shares, like I have 1,000 shares of Apple
Okay.
at 120.
Right.
So take that scenario and go over the best scenario which you think
Okay.
is good.
Okay. So for Apple, let's say you have 1,000 share, right? So if you do monthly, you will get more premium than yearly. When I do lead contract long equity anticipated, so I don't have to keep looking at every month, and I don't want to sell my Apple share. So what I do is I go for 1 year. So the 1 year will be around what, July
2023.
June, here. Okay, this is my expiration. June 16, 2023 or July 21, 2023. So first I will select expiration. Okay. Now I will go for the delta. Now depend, as I said, like you can go for 30 delta or you can go below 30 if you don't want to do anything. But let's say you go for 30 delta, which is here, somewhere here. Okay. So what you are saying that on the midnight of July 21, if Apple is trading to around 200 or above 200, I will sell my Apple shares to you at $200.
I think you want to say, Manan bhai, at 4 p.m. on that day.
4 p.m. Not midnight. Yeah, 4 p.m.
Not midnight.
$200. I will give you. I will sell my share. Okay. In return, you will receive $7,551 premium. So $7,510 premium. Right now, what happening is that Apple share are sitting in your account, and it just keep fluctuating in value, but it's not generating any income besides the dividend. This way you can generate the income. So just think about this. If Apple doesn't reach to the 200, and so we will look in the one case scenario. Let's say Apple was trading at 200. Okay, and you have a $7,000 premium. You bought it for 120, so you have another $80. So you are making another $80,000. The only problem is that if it's a regular account, you have to pay 20 or 30% tax on capital gain. If it's a retirement account, then I don't bother, because what I'm going to do is let them take away at $200. Okay, I have made $80,000. I have made a $7,510 in premium. I will go back in the market and I will buy at 200. It doesn't make any difference, right? It was sitting on your, you buy another 1,000 share of Apple at $200. But so the retirement account is it has an advantage where you don't have to pay capital gain. And basically what you did is, no doubt your cost before was $120 per share, and now it's $200 per share, but you already get $80,000 back and $7,510 premium back. So you already recover $87,510. And you don't want to sell the Apple for, you want to keep it for long term. So on the $200, you just write again, select the delta 30 and write another contract that I will sell at $260. Now, if you don't want to do this thing, then when you write it $200 and the Apple comes close to $200, I have a second option. I close my contract. Okay, because what happened? Let's say the Apple at the expiry move up to 250. So you are losing here $50 gain. So what I will do is, if it reaches, and if I don't want to sell my share, I will close the contract. But when I'm closing the contract, I have to pay the premium. Now the premium is going to be more than what I received, because when you wrote the premium, the stock was trading at $160. Now you are paying the premium to close the contract, so you pay probably $12,000 or $13,000. And out of $13,000, you already recovered $7,510 you use for whole year. And because the day you do the contract, you get credited $7,510. So you use for the whole year. And then in the end of the year, what you did is you say, okay, you know what? Oh, it reaches up to $200. I don't want to sell my share at, so I will pay $13,000, $6,000 more. And then again at 200 market price, I will find another delta 30 and write new premium, new contract. And now in the new contract, you will again get $8,000 or something. And it's not going to happen every year that Apple keep climbing up. There are stagnant period will come where Apple will not move anywhere. So in those years, you can monetize on your premium. Like $88,000 premium is pretty good premium, because you divided 12 months, it's like $700 or $800 income you are generating. So that's what I will do, Bhavesh.
Yeah, I got it now.
Got it? So
Yeah.
now, Bhavesh, one more thing, and Monal, one more thing. Okay, here you receive $7,510 premium, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For 1,000
Yep.
shares, right? Okay. Say what happened? That market price was 160. Okay, when you wrote it, and it went into south, and it went to $110. Okay. Okay. Now, and this happened in 3 months. You wrote the contract for 1 year. Okay, this happened in only first 3 months. That suddenly market crashed and the price dropped from 160 to 100. Okay. Now, the value here, $7.51, will be much less. Premium, because there are very now less probability, there are less chances that it will reach to $200 by the end of the expiration. So, Bhavesh, what you can do, usually if you get recover your 90 or 95% premium, write a limit order. Okay, so what I will do here, in your case, I will write a covered call for 1,000 share at 200 strike price. I will receive $7,510. Okay. As soon as I write cover call, I will write another call to close this contract, and I will put the limit order. So the limit order, I will say, you know what? If I have to pay $300 out of my $7,500, close the contract. So let's say in first 3 months, it happened. So what happened that you received the premium $7,510. You close the contract with $300 payment because if you recovered your 90 or 95% premium, right? This $7,510 actually is a liability. It's not yours. Even though it give you first day in your account, it only yours at the expiration. So what we did is we closed the contract by paying $300. Now you are open to write another contract because you cannot write multi-contract on 100 share. So what I will do on the 3 month, let's say the stock is trading at 100 and the premium which I pay $7.50 is now only trading at let's say 75 cents or 35 cents, then I will close the contract. I will pay $350, 1,000 multiplied by 0.35 cents. I will pay that, close the contract. I will write a new 1 year from that day for Delta 30 and collect another $8,000 premium. Did you understand what I'm trying to say? You don't want
Yes.
for 9 months.
But the only thing is you're gonna give up your capital gain. I mean, if
No, not capital gain. Because see, anyway, you don't want to, but let's say if it never reaches to 200. I mean, right now, you are not giving, because see, right, let's say you bought it for 120, right?
yeah,
Your cost price is 120. And you are saying you are going to sell it at 200, right? And you receive the premium, $7,510. Okay.
Yep.
Now within 3 months, that $7,510 premium get deteriorate. And if you pay $300 back, you can remove your shares. So you can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to close my contract. I don't want to sell my share at 200. I'm paying you $300. So $7,210 premium is yours, right?
yes, yeah,
Okay. Now, where Apple is trading at 100, write another contract. You write another contract for 200. If you are worried about capital gain, write another contract for 200. You will receive $2,000 or $3,000 premium.
but I think the premium would be same as you paid. So I mean, that's what I have seen. Like your buy call or sell call premium, they're not too different for the same strike date and the same strike price.
No,
Unless
it's going to be different because see, when you wrote the contract, it was 160.
yeah,
The stock is trading at 100. So the whole option market works on probability. Now, what is the probability that the Apple will recover and trade above 200 when it was the market price was 160? And what is the probability that Apple is now $100 and within 1 year it would trade above 200? The probability here is very less.
so your premium would be less, right?
But when you write a new contract here, you are closing your contract here. So
but you are lowering your strike price now.
you can lower strike price to get more premium, or just write down another contract for $200. See, you just have to recover your premium. You have to get your premium out, because what I'm saying, so this doesn't make sense for you. Let's say you got $7,510 premium, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That premium is going to be yours after 1 year. Once the contract expire or executed, whatever happened, right?
Yeah, because your shares are now tied up. They're
Right.
not free for you to.
Now in 2 months, you can release your 100 share by paying $300.
Yeah.
So what you did is you booked $7,210 gain right there, because now that contract is over. Okay, now your shares are free. You can write another contract based on delta 30 if you want to write, or let's say you want to sell it on 200. Okay, my Apple share, I want to sell it at 200. Write another contract. The 1 year from now, I will sell it at 200. And that time you should not receive $7.51 because now the Apple is trading at $100. So
Yeah, but I mean, I got that part. But my question is, at that time, you are more likely to receive the same premium that you just paid to free up your shares, because it would be a lot
that's
less.
why, but then why you wait for 9 months? What I'm saying, you are right. Okay, that time you will receive less premium, right? But the thing is that, let's say during that time it recover and come back to $185 or $180. Here you can, within 2 months, you are generating $7,210 income. And again, so what I will do in your case, I only go with delta 30. As long as let's say stock is trading at 100, my cost price is 120, right?
Yep.
If I just keep my cost price 120 only and keep writing premium, I will not lose anything, because it's no gain, no loss, right? But I will keep receiving the premium, right? What's going to happen now, that in worst case scenario, let's say it reaches to 120 before the end of the year, and you don't want to lose your share at 120, then yeah, it's a kind of insurance business. You are receiving the premium, pay the premium. So you probably have to pay more premium, like $7,000 you receive, you pay 12,000 or 13,000 and make your
Keep
shares
your share. Yeah.
Make your shares free, write another cover call for 200.
So you gain some back from what you give up.
Yeah, you keep getting back. But what I'm saying, that it doesn't make sense if you can book your all 95% premium in 2 months, then it doesn't make sense for you to wait for 12 months.
Now, would it be better strategy if, let's say, if that scenario happens in 3 months, your stock price go to 110, right? And you close your contract by paying $300 or whatever, like 5% of your premium.
Right.
And you wait for another month to see, let's say it goes up to whatever, 140, 150. And then you write the contract with delta 30, then you actually would have better premium.
Yeah, it's completely up to you. But the problem is that you don't know that it will go. So it's when you're waiting for 1 month, 2 months, you don't know actually that it would go up to that level. So you can just sit. You already got the premium for the whole year, right? Because you pay $300. Yeah, just wait for it, and after the end of the year, just write another contract.
But in this case, it seems more that, like, if you write the monthly contract, I think you still have better visibility compared to like
monthly contract is for people like you and Bhavesh. Monthly contract makes sense because in the Bhavesh, your case, if you want to keep it for long term, then just go for 1 year contract. You will get little bit less premium, almost half premium. So if I go with the same strategy for monthly premium, instead of $7,000, I would have collected $14,000. But then you have to look every month, and you have to change the price every month. And it may happen that you have to sell it, because what's going to happen that when you write on monthly base, and if you want select the delta 30, then the delta 30, let's say here is delta 30 200, right? Now you are selecting monthly expiration. So the now next expiration would be August, let's say.
September, I think it would be,
Right.
yeah.
So your capital gain is also low. And now delta is will be very close here. See 170, not $200. Because when you wrote for 1 year, you also get this leverage here, $30 more. So you don't have to look for in like some volatile stock, they keep jumping, like, and not Apple, but some volatile stock jump at 175, 176. And you get panic. You say, okay, you know what? I don't want to sell my share. I will pay back my premium and release my share. So that could happen here. Now, if you are not short term and you don't care about it, that it gets sold at 775, then yeah, just write down every month. And if it goes south once you purchase it, then keep writing whatever is your cost price. And keep collecting the premium. You have to keep collecting the premium.
Manan, can I?
And so even though you are break even and you don't care, right? You don't care if your Apple shares get sold, then yeah, just keep writing it, whatever your purchase price, keep writing the premium, keep writing the strike price, purchase price, and then collect the premium. So Bhavesh, did you get this point?
So Manan, the way you're saying is the monthly call. If we do that, the best is not to do the 30, but the strike at the purchase price, correct? Would be a better strategy.
When you do monthly, okay, you have to understand one thing. If you don't care about your share, okay, then go for delta 50. Because what that means that there is 50% chance in a month your share gets sold, or there is 50% chance that your share will not get sold. But because the probability high, you will get a high premium. So if you don't care about your Apple share get sold, then always go for delta 50. Because delta 50, you get maximum premium.
I have an interesting question now. Okay, let's say I wrote a call for a month from now, okay? And if it's a volatile stock, it jumped a good bit, like very higher than my strike price. What if I sold all those 100 shares, okay? And I mean, again, this is a speculation game, right? Let's say it comes back before my strike price, and then I buy it back. Can I still do that, or I cannot sell those 100 shares?
No, not, because you have to close the contract.
Oh, it won't let me sell it, basically.
It won't allow you, because you are doing, again, you are doing, you have now bound into the contract. So as long as you don't free up your share, you cannot do that. You have to free up your share. Now, to free up your share, you have to pay high premium.
Yeah, no, that's not, yeah, it's not feasible.
Yeah, so it won't work that way, because you need to free up your share before you can sell or anything. So, Bhavesh, so when you put high premium, do it market price. If your stock price, once you purchase it and your price goes south, then keep writing your premium for your purchase price, so that at least you don't lose anything.
Got you.
Got you. And keep getting premium.
So one more question I have, Manan. Like never thought of that. So let's say we have two accounts, right? One margin account,
right?
One which is no margin account, because that's our safe haven,
right?
So in the margin account, it's better to play a monthly game than the safe account. Like, is that what
yeah, IRA always make big difference, because it doesn't make any big, because it doesn't matter, because you don't have to pay capital gain tax. So then if you gain $30,000 on your profit, you can again buy back. it's the same thing. Let's say your share is sitting at 120. Okay, and within a 1 month, when you bought it, it was 120. Within 1 month, it went up to 150, and you have 1,000 share. It shows you unrealized gain of $30,000, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because that is not realized gain. It's on a paper.
Right.
Right. So, but that's what we are doing. So what we were doing is, because we don't want to sell the stock, the $30,000 will be stay there, and then it will be wiped out probably, because some bad quarter comes and Apple from 150 it fall back again up to 120. So you are now break even. So what we are doing, that in the IRA, what happened, that it's the same thing like in the regular stock market also you can do with the IRA, that you sell your share at 150, you got $30,000 plus you got the premium, and then buy back again at 150 after the expiration and write covered call.
Okay.
It's completely up to you how you want to do. If you want to generate income, if you want to, what I'm trying to do is with my portfolio is I'm trying to generate the float. The float in the sense, if I can receive 100,000 premium within a year, then I know that all 100,000 is not going to be mine, because at some point somewhere I have to pay back the premium. It's like insurance business where you keep receive the premium, but then you have to also pay the claims. So out of 100,000, let's say I have to pay $30,000, because all stock are not going to move up to the expiration. I have to pay $30,000. Still, I'm making $70,000 without anything. And that $70,000 I will invest in other companies and write more cover call. So what you can do is I can use cover call as a float. But so if you have understood this part, then I have to tell you one more thing. So are you guys clear about
Okay.
this thing, Bhavesh?
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Manal?
Yeah. I'm clear.
So
Yeah.
now remember what we were doing in the SPY. If you remember 411,
Yeah.
you were going into the market, right?
Mhm.
Like 1 month. So 1 month is, what is it? It is
September 1st or August 31st.
31st, right? Now, what our first strategy was this: deposit $50,000 in your account, right? Buy 100 share, $411. So you spend $11,100, right?
Yep.
You receive the premium $1,016. So it will be credited in your account. Okay. Now we do one more round. Okay.
So how did you receive the premium at 411?
How did
Yeah, if you just buy the stock from the market, you would be paying the same, just the price, right? You won't receive any premium.
so when you buy, so in order to write cover call, you need 100 shares.
Yes.
So once you get 100 shares, you write cover call on your 100 shares.
Okay, so you do the buy right, the first
So
transaction.
first you buy the stock,
Okay.
411, 100 shares for $41,100. Now there is one more strategy. Okay, if you have a margin account, and if you not even margin, let's say you deposit $50,000, right? Now you're not going to buy the share at the market. You're going to write secure cash put option. We're going to do opposite now. Okay. So what we are doing is, what we are saying to them, that the market price is 411. I will buy at 407, because at that time it's a delta 30. Within a 1 month, if the price fall down to 407 or below 407. So for that also, I will receive the same amount of premium. So instead of going and directly buy back and directly buying stock, what you are doing, you are writing another contract. This time you are writing secure cash put contract. Secure cash put contract means what? That you have deposit $50,000, which is, and you are writing, you are saying you are making contract with somebody else that, you know what, right now the 411 price is going on. I will buy it from you for 406 within a 1 month. If it trades 406 or below 406. Does it make sense? And then that guy will say, you know what, if you give me surety that you buy, if it's below 406, I will pay you $8,000 premium or $800 premium. So what you are doing, you are not buying the share, okay? You are not buying the share right now. You are writing the contract. And you are writing, you can write a contract at the market price for secure cash put also. So let's say you write, either you can go for delta 30. So this is the call option. You have to go to the put option. Now in the put, you see the shaded area. You are going up, down now. So you can either do delta 30 here. So you will say for 411, I will buy at 400. I will receive. So when you write the contract, you are not buying the share, but you are putting cash aside. So 400 multiplied by 100. You have deposited $50,000. So the brokerage, you are telling brokerage people that I don't want to buy right now SPY. I want to make a contract. I have the cash deposit in my account. I will either buy, if within a 1 month, if it's around 400 or below 400, or if I need a more premium, you say I will buy at 411. So if you say that I'm going to buy at 411, so you are not buying 100 share right now, but you are saying that within a 1 month, if it's trading at 411 or below 411, I will buy it. And for that, you will receive the premium again. So now you are getting premium 2 times. So let's say the first time 411, you wrote the contract. Okay, you said we're going to write the contract for secure cash put at market also. So what you are doing is you are writing 100 share contract here. So you got $869 premium. Okay, and you have deposited at $40,000. Sorry, $41,100 should be in your account, because if it get assigned, then you need at least that amount. So otherwise, they won't allow you to write contract. Then what I'm doing is, what happened that after 1 month, let's say the market went up and it's now 450. So your contract will expire worthless. You won't get any 400, you won't get any share, but you're going to keep the premium, $869. Okay. Now, at that time, the market price is 450. And again, you will get the same amount of premium if you write at market price. So you are writing at market price, you are saying next month, if SPY is around 450 or below 450, I will buy it. So before, what we were doing, we were putting cash and buy out right away. And then we were writing cover call. Now what we are doing is we are putting cash in the account, keep receiving the premium until they assign shares to us. Does this make sense?
Yeah. So then this is a better strategy, Manan.
So this is a win strategy call. This is called win strategy. So never buy outright stock into the market. buy always and get a premium first. If they assigned you, so in the A case scenario, what we were doing, we were deposited $50,000. We were going and buying on the open market 100 share at $411. And then we were writing covered call for 100 share. So that was our A case scenario. Now we are going one step further. B case scenario. We are depositing $50,000. We are not buying any stock. We are writing contract secure cash put. We are receiving $869 premium for that also, because we are saying that within 1 month, we will buy it at 411 or below 411. Now, let's say you get $869, you bought it for 411. You get $869 premium. If stock traded above here somewhere, then you keep the premium and write new call. Don't buy stock. Write new call now and keep receiving the premium until they assign you the shares. Once they assign, then you skip and then you start writing covered call. Did it make sense? So we are getting premium twice now.
So
Yes,
you're
but
saying, so write a secure cash put contract first.
Right.
Then once you get assigned the stock, you do the cover calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you are now getting, so basically what we are doing is, there are advantages with secure cash put, because when you buy stock outright from the market 411, if it drops, here what we are doing is we get a 1 month time. We are collecting the premium until they assign us the shares. Once they assign us the shares, we will keep writing covered call for our cost price. If you don't want to have a capital gain, you just need a premium, good premium. If let's say they assign you share at 411 and stock is trading now 407, then I will write a covered call for 411 because that's my cost price. I keep writing 411 covered call and keep receiving premium every month.
So you're saying that, sorry to briefly interrupt you.
No.
So do a put contract, then you can simultaneously do a cover call on the same amount, same dollar amount which is in your bank, like account.
But see, for writing cover call, you need 100 shares, right? So when you write secure put option, you cannot write cover call until they assign you the shares, 100 shares.
Okay, so my question then would be that once they assign the share, like I can sell it at the market price that day only, and then go back to the put calls, right? Like contracts.
Yeah. So
that's a better strategy.
Yeah. If they don't assign you share, you keep the premium and you keep writing until they assign you the share.
No. The day they assign me the share, the next day I can sell it, and then go back with the same money for the put contracts.
Yes. Yeah, because you have a cash in the account.
Exactly. So that's a better strategy for your knowledge or no?
You are getting premium now double times. Double wheel strategy. It's called wheel strategy. So you making premium when buying, and you are getting premium when selling.
no, I think what he's saying is, if you get assigned the sales, you sell them at a market price. Don't bother writing the covered call.
You can also, but when they assign you shares, write the covered call to get another premium. You don't have to sell it, Bhavesh. Once
But then you cannot go back to the same money and do a put contract, right?
What Bhavesh is doing?
Yeah. If you do one-sided strategy, yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Let's say you do only put contract. Okay. I understand your point. What you do, as soon as they assign you, go into the market next day, sell it in the first thing in the morning, write another secure cash put, and wait until they assign you.
Right. So as for your,
it's opposite of scenario A, I think.
It's opposite of what you do with the covered call. And if you combine both, secure cash put and covered call. It's called wheel strategy, which mainly most people they follow wheel strategy. So once they assign, instead of selling into the market, what they do is they write the covered call on that 100 share.
Gotcha.
And then when their shares get away, they get a cash in account. They write secure cash put for again to purchase, and we receive the premium.
Gotcha.
So when this thing you can do with the individual stock, but the individual stock is highly volatile. But if you want to generate income, good income, then do this thing with the index like SPY and QQQ. The reason why that SPY and QQQ we have a lot of expiration date. So let's say here, if you see every 2 days expiration, you can do only 2 days stuff also. Let's say you purchase it today, August 1, and you can say, okay, August 3, I want to get out. So the premium would be according to that. Let's say if you are writing covered call, August 3. So let's assuming that you are not doing secure cash put. So you went into the market and you bought $41,100. Then you wrote the covered call. So you receive the premium $344. And then you are saying that within 2 days, if this is not above 411, if it's below 411, you keep the premium and you keep the share. If it's above, then your share will be sold at 411. So you make zero loss, zero gain, but you make $344 premium in 2 days. And you can keep doing this. In every 2 days, you can get $400, $400, $500, $300. You can do in index. You can get so many expiration. In a stock, what happened that the expiration get limited. Like if you see the Apple, it won't show you with the 2 days expiration.
No, I think it's minimum weekly.
Weekly, so it's become weekly. And so if you don't, and think of, keep in mind that if you go below 1 month, if you write weekly, and if you just have the one account where you have put the S&P 500 index and you want to do weekly, you will get more premium for sure. But the only thing that every Friday you have to rewrite it, the contract.
So you have to be active.
Yeah, you have to be active. Not active. What you can do is you can also write limit order, right? So it can get closed automatically. And whenever you write for 1 week, you always going to cover your cost. So you're not going to write down, let's say you bought it for 411, you're not going to write down for 410. You just keep writing for 411. When you do 2 days, 3 days, there is an advantage that the contract get clear, contract get expired very fast. The time value deteriorate very fast because within 2 days, the time value, whatever the time value premium is there, it just disappears within 1 day. Like 30 cents or 40 cents will be time, and it keeps deteriorating compared to 1 year contract where time value deteriorates very slowly because there is a 1 year of period. So there are people who do weekly and they make good amount of money. There are people who do monthly also. There are people who do every 2 or 3 days also. You have to keep adjusting your price according to the delta or whatever is your cost base.
Okay.
And so what you can do is like I have recorded this. Okay, so I will put it on that Berkshire group. So anytime if you want to look, you can also get a refresh. Your memory how to do this, and then when you want to do your first one, and if you are not sure how to do, just call me.
Okay. Quick question. Can you go over scenario C real quick?
Which one?
Scenario C, like the third scenario on the presentation.
third scenario, okay, let me see. Oh, yeah. So, okay, in A scenario, B scenario, there is another way you can do, where, so there are people who don't go by delta, they go by the return. So there are people, they said, okay, for let's say for 2 days, right? Let's say one month, we do 1 month for Apple, okay? And they think for the Apple for 1 month, they need 3% premium for their cost. So for in case of, let's say Bhavesh, Bhavesh is $120,000 of Apple. So Bhavesh say, okay, I want 3%, 2.5% premium, or 1.5% premium to be more on. Because 1.5% premium is monthly is 18%. So Bhavesh decide the premium value based on the percentage. So Bhavesh say he wants $1,800 premium within a month. He has 1,000 shares. So the premium should be, he received is $1.80. So he will go here, and rather than looking delta, you can go to the premium value where you are getting $1.80. It's here. So you write down the contract for 170. You will receive for 1 month premium $1,800, which is 1.5% of your cost, and you keep generating that kind of return. So, so that is what this scenario says, decide percentage return. So if you don't want to do with delta, you can do with this, but this is the limit order. But here is the one more thing, that you can buy option. It makes little complicated, because you just have to buy option to make so here that 100 stocks sold at 444, right? Premium, total profit 439. See, downside protection. So in the downside protection, what you do is, so you got the 1.8% premium and use 20% of premium received for downside protection. So out of $6.52, the 20% of $6.52 is $1.30. So what I will do is I will buy the put option. In the case of covered. So what I will do is I will buy the put option, and I want to spend the premium out of $6.52 premium. I want to spend $1.30. So I go back here, okay, and then I want to say $1.30 premium. I will buy as a call.
I think
Put option.
you need to go in a put.
Yeah. So here, what I will do is I will buy put option and pay $1.30. So I will pay $130. Okay. So what I'm doing is, if I wrote the contract for 100 share here, what I'm protecting my downside, that by I can buy back at 148 put option by paying $130 premium. So in this case, what happened, that your maximum downside risk is going to be $12 only. You are saying that, okay, because you are buying back at 148, this put option, you are paying the premium. So you are saying that you will buy back at $148. So you are limiting your loss from, if you are buying at 160 and it dropped down to, let's say, 135, your put option kicks in and you can sell this 168 you can have the put option, so you can have this 140. Let me see what is it. So in this case, what happened that you wrote that 160 and then $3.95. You have to look it here. 160, you got $6.67, and then you want to limit your liability, loss liability, which is in your case, Monal. Remember, you want to do the stock and it was going down, and then you pay for loss. You can buy insurance here. So you are buying put option here. So basically, when you buy put option, what you are doing is you are limiting your down movement only from 160 to 148. If it drop down to 140, it won't affect you because your put option is here 148. And so you cannot lose more than $148 because you said that I'm going to buy back. You have another open order for 100 share buying at 148. So you can always deliver that share in the case if the price go down. So it's a kind of insurance you are buying.
Yeah, but you need that for like 148 times 100, so 14,800 cash in your account to do that transaction.
No, you don't, because you are not writing secure cash put. You are not receiving premium here. This is the call and put option, like a put option.
It's like the straightforward call and put option.
Like a normal where you pay the premium. So you pay the premium. It doesn't require you to have $14,800 in your account, because you are not buying. You said that $148. It's like a net put option. You are saying that. So in short term, this will reduce your loss to 148. If it goes below 148, it won't affect you. You can maximum loss $12 here.
You may not lose because you also got the premium from the other one.
You also get the premium, so that premium covered you. Here you got the $652 premium.
Yeah.
You spend $130, and then $4 and something is difference, and that is what. And then you just do 148 put option, like 20% of your premium received, and you cap your loss to the downside. So in other case scenario, what happened that if it fall down to 140, and if your cost price is 160, you have to keep writing at least for 160 for a couple of months until price get recovered, because and the premium will be lot less because your purchase price is 160. Here you are capping your loss. You cannot lose more than 148.
Okay.
So you are buying put option. So buying put option means you are let me see, selling what is. Yeah, so the 100 shares, you are downside protection you are doing with that 100 share covered call 100 share. Against you are writing another call that you will buy it at 100 share at 148. Basically, what you are doing is you just capping your premium, and you are making downside protection. 20% of premium you use to get the put option, and that put option, because see what going to happen that if it started to go down, right? Your put option value will increase in amount, right?
Yeah.
And so when your put option will increase, it will nullify your effect of the downside here. So like from 160 to 148, right? Here is a $6.67. 20% of that, you said that I'm going to buy put option for 148. You paid $127 premium. You don't have any shares for that. Okay, what's going to happen that if the stock drops down from 160 to 148, okay, here you are losing $12, right?
Yeah.
But then here you are gaining $10 or $11 in the premium, because you can sell your put option and that put option will be worth more than $1.27. It's going to be worth like
No,
$6.
I think if you go up in the call option, because you would close the put option by putting it as a sell. Or,
When you close the put option, what's going to happen that you will receive the whatever price, whatever price you have received, you will no, see, we are mixing with the secure cash put. You will receive more premium.
yeah, you will, I think it will be same as your call option at 148.
Yeah, regular call and put option. So that time 140 at 160, 140 was costing you $1.27. At 148, this is now if you sell, it will be, you can sell it for $4 or $5 premium. So you made here, let's say you sell, the premium is now $4.27. So you sell put option, so you recover $300 here, right? $127 was there, and then you sell it for $427. And here you lose little bit because basically you are capping your downside protection. You're not buying stock or anything, you are just getting premium. What you do that if it goes down, this premium value will increase and that should nullify your effect.
But I think you need to sell that put option when when your stock is falling and its price is around the money, you need to sell that put option. Otherwise,
see, the put option is it is your call. So what's going to happen that you only sell when you have the premium, when you have the advantage, when you let's say the premium is basically this $127 is gone, you're gone.
So,
yeah,
Man, can I,
Unless your stock goes down. And it's so, in this case, what you are doing is at 160, the 148 put option costs 127, but when the market price dropped to 148, this option you can sell for $427, $4.27.
yeah. So you're gonna make another $300 there.
Yeah, put option value will increase because it is it's coming close to 148. It's going in the down. It's moving from 160 to 148. So the put value option is increased. This is not secure cash put, because secure cash put you are buying, so the value should decrease. But this is the put option, so the value will increase, and this should be around $4.27. So you recover $300 here, because whatever loss you have happened, this $1,200, you lose it from here $1,200, but then you receive $652 from premium, you spend $130, and then you receive another $300 for your put option, so you're not losing that much. Basically you are capping it, you are capping your downside protection. So in the nutshell, what you can do is simply just use this, whatever premium you get, whatever you lose. If you do secure cash put, then do the option. If you do covered call, then do put option. and use your 20% premium to downside protection or upside protection. So that way, you don't lose that much.
But it only protects you for so much, because if it goes like way below, like 25% drop or something, then
No,
I
then,
don't.
yeah, no, then of course, then the premium will rise significantly. Now, see, so here is that there is no cap, like a secure cash put. So you are
It's like
differently than the secure cash put. The premium here can go infinite. If you are writing here, like let's say we are talking about here 160, right? You wrote 148, right? The put option you wrote here at 148, right? Okay. Just think about that stock down to 100. You have sold your share at 148. That's what the put option is. So you made $48 here because you are buying back now at 100. So this 148 premium would be, at that time, I will tell you, it will add another $40 here. It's going to be 40 or $45, or between $35 to $45. So you made $3,500 for your investment of $127.
Okay. Now, wouldn't it be better?
Yeah, so secure cash put, covered call have the limitation, okay? They cannot go above 100% premium.
Yeah.
When you write option or put, they can go above 100%.
So let me ask you this: wouldn't it be just better to like buy naked call and then protect them using this 20%?
Yeah, but you can buy naked call, but then what we are doing is, your purpose is to receiving the premium. So if you want to do speculation, okay, if you want to do speculation, then you can go for call and put option. The only problem is it's like a renting apartment. If it works, it works. Otherwise, you lose your premium.
So, Manan, what I understand is that for secure contract, there is no need to do a put or a call option, naked call.
It will make a lot of complication.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
downside protection, don't do that. That is a case scenario. See, that a lot of professional people do. We don't want to do that.
Right.
What we want to
Okay.
see, whatever our purchase price, we don't want to go below that for covered call. And whatever is our secure cash put price, we don't want to go over that. So that at least we keep receiving the premium, and the capital gain is zero, capital loss is zero, but we keep getting the premium.
So our capital stays the same, but still get the premium, and then you can pay a short-term gain taxes like if you're doing like say day-to-day trading, correct?
Yeah, I mean that
Means like say a retirement account, no taxes, but if it's a regular account, then you pay your capital gain.
Again, you are getting, let's say, you getting 18%. Let's say 1.8% is very feasible, okay, per month on SPY. You can make it 1.5%. So 1.5% monthly equal to 18% yearly. Nobody is going to give you 18% yearly. And this is in the, when you play very safe. If you go above, like you go for more risk, your return percentage increase from 18% to 36%. You make 3% on premium every month. But then there are chances that you will lose big, or there are chances that what happened, that the stock market goes south and you have to wait for stock market to recover to get your strike price so that you can sell your share without any loss. And during those 3 or 4 months, you will receive very low premium because you are far from your strike price. So, but we just look this way that in what happened that you bought 100 share of let's say SPY. What happened every day? It either moved $30, $5 up, $2 down, $3 up, $1 down. It doesn't make any difference to you. It is sitting in your account. You are not doing day trading. What you are looking at that after 30 years, my SPY value that which is now 411, it should be somewhere around 1200 because of the inflation, because of the price increase, because of the companies making a lot more money. Index is going to go increase. Now, what we can do is simply we put our money in the account and just do nothing. And after 30 years, that should be around 1200 or I don't know, 12,000 or 1200, I don't know. But if it's a recession, then yes. If it's a bull market, maybe more. But during those 30 years, if you can generate income from your shares, like even if just think about it, if you can only generate 7% from Apple, 7% premium from Apple, okay, for yearly, your cost is about $120,000. You are generating income $8,400. Otherwise, those Apple share is going to stay in your account as it is. It's going to just stay there. Not going to do this. This way, you are generating income by renting your share, and you don't have to lose your share. You can always pay. 3 years I receive $8,400, and 1 year I have to pay $12,000. You know, because I don't want to sell my share, but still I'm getting premium. I'm receiving premium. In the end of 30 years, let's say you made $350,000 premium, and out of 350,000, probably you pay $50,000 premium back in buying back, because that time your strategy didn't work and you don't want to lose your share. You still made 300,000, and Apple has from 30 years. Apple has gone from $120 to $1,000 share. So that capital gain, that gain is also there. That 300,000 is bonus, because before you were just keep it in your brokerage account and it will sit there and do nothing, paying you dividend. Here you can get the dividend also, because even though you write covered call, the shares in your position, so you also get the dividend. So I can generate like total portfolio, I can generate 7 to 10% income, which is huge because the market return is 7 to 8%, like last 45
Right.
years. And on top of that, you are generating another 8%, or give or take, let's say 5%. It's huge thing, because market is generating 8%, you are generating 13%. It will make a big difference.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, if you do the compound interest for 30 years, I think.
Let's say we are talking about let's say 1 million, let's say 500,000 portfolio, which is our IRA portfolio. Most people have, right? And market is generating 8% return. Okay, and period is 30. So that that portfolio is now what? 5 million. Yeah, 5.03 million, right? Just change this here. Look the difference. It's going to be 19 million. Huge difference. Only 5% per year. You are getting more than the market, and look at your future value.
All right.
So I do cover call. I started to do in the last 6 months, and I had paid premium. Sometimes I don't want to let it go my shares. I have paid premium, But then I consider that as a insurance business. You are paying insurance to your auto car, and then auto company has to pay the claim if the accident happens. So, but as long as there is, if you are not paying over, if your premium is not negative, you are doing fine. Even though if your premium is zero, you don't make any premium, still you have used those cash to generate the income. As long as the premium is above zero, you are always in advantage because you are getting more money. I mean, you will generate income and you will beat the market very, very high margin.
So what are the four indexes that you recommend? Because I see there is only 3 in the presentation.
I will do only if you want to do either SPY or QQQ. The QQQ is Nasdaq 100. It is little bit more volatile, but it pays good premium also. Plus, you have to invest little bit less because to buy 100 shares is 31,000. To buy SPY, you have to spend 41,000. So out of these two, you can do any one. QQQ is all technology stock. SPY is all 500 top 500 company in USA. You don't have to do any other index. Yeah.
Okay.
Manan, quickly, like I got the concept, but can we go over maybe later on,
Sure.
like next week or something like that?
Yeah.
The
Sure.
secure cash put contract and the calls.
Yeah.
Because if the money is sitting idly in the account, maybe that's the better concept, which I understand from your presentation.
Right.
And then the like index,
Yeah. The
calls
index
and puts.
using the index.
All right.
And
And
Manan,
then whatever stocks I have, the stocks, sorry, Muntu.
yeah, no worries.
Sorry. So whatever stocks are sitting in the account, that concept maybe I need to, because I've never, it's all sitting there, but never thought about all this till we discussed it. So,
It's only paying you dividend, and what I do is I generate incomes from them.
Yeah.
So let me give you a small example. Okay, just one example. This is real life example. Okay, I want to buy Tesla share, and Tesla was trading at $1,000 or $1,100 or $1,000. I wrote the secure cash put contract. I was able to write because I have a margin account and they have approved me for secure cash put. So even though I don't have cash, if I have a margin buying power for $70,000, I can write the secure cash put. So when I wrote that, because I thought that Tesla is good at $700. Okay. So before, what we were doing is we were waiting to stock to come down. I was waiting to stock to come down into my range, and then I was purchasing. Here what I did is, okay, I want to buy at 700. So I wrote 1 year contract. They pay me $16,000. So anyway, if the contract says that I will buy stock Tesla 1 year from now, if Tesla if Tesla is trading 700 or below 700, and which is fine. I have the money, I will buy it. And while I am waiting, you pay me $16,000, I will buy another stock. And worst case scenario, what happened that if Tesla is not trading at $700 by the end of the year, downside, then I will keep $16,000 and I will write another secure cash put contract.
Now, can you sell that secure put contract same as like you do with the covered call? Let's say in the middle of the year, Tesla.
Because you don't have the share.
Okay.
You can only get premium, and then you can assign the share at execution, but you cannot sell secure cash put, you can close it. So if I said $700 that I will buy Tesla, and if Tesla spring to $1,500, my $700, $16,000 premium will worth now $1,000. I will pay $1,000, gain $15,000 premium, book the premium profit, and then write a new contract for, if I'm very desperate to buy Tesla, I will write a new contract that I will buy it around $800 or $900. Receive another premium for $16,000. Then basically, I want to buy it, right? I want to buy Tesla at 700, and there is no guarantee if you buy Tesla at 700. So here is only one catch that people will say: what if the Tesla you get $16,000 premium, but what if the Tesla, what if the Tesla get down to 500, and you have to buy it at 700? So that's fine, because when you buy it out of the market, there is no guarantee that once I buy it at 100 share at $700 market value, it can go down to 500. So if I'm going to keep it for long term, it doesn't matter for me. And if it's 500, if I have more money, if I think the company is good, I will buy more if I have more money. But the thing is that you have to generate the income using secure cash put and cover call. So we can do it next time. If you still not, if you want to go through that, we can do one more thing, one more lesson. But and meanwhile, I will share you, Bhavesh, that PDF, this Berkshire PDF, so you can go through that and you can recall everything.
Sure.
Okay. Mona, how is that? Everything is fine? I mean, you can, yeah, anytime if you have any questions, just call me, okay?
Yeah. I have to leave in 10 minutes, but much appreciate your help, really, you know.
Bye, Bhavesh.
Hey, Manan, I'm going to leave, and I'll call you maybe tomorrow when you get a chance. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
All
Bye.
right. Thanks, Manan. It was really helpful, and we'll be in touch.
Okay. Perfect.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
And say family hi. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Manan. Bye. Okay.
No problem. You're welcome.
Bye.